Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Sydney Paight and Isaiah Campbell's interview on Love Island USA. Sydney and Isaiah talk about their experience at the villa, the notorious tweet challenge drama, and the reasons why no one will ever be able to break them up. Sydney Paight and Isaiah Campbell, who finished in second place in the Love Island USA Season 4 finale, have had a remarkable relationship since they initially connected at the villa. The moment Sydney put herself forward for Isaiah and he chose her without hesitation, the couple knew they were meant to be. They were able to overcome numerous challenges because they had a passionate connection that only a couple in their early 20s can have. No matter who entered the villa and tried to get their attention, they always turned back to each other because no one else could hold a candle to them. Fans saw Sydney cry for the first time when Isaiah met bombshell Valerie Bragg, though she would later cry frequently. This was the first challenge. Sydney's reconciliation with Andy Voyne led to additional turmoil, which completely caught Isaiah off guard. Later that night, he kissed Maideen Clanahan in bed as payback. He was furious, though, when he learned that Sydney and Andy had kissed behind his back before they got back together. Fortunately, the couple overcame the problem and quickly reconnected. It appeared that everything was going smoothly until Najee sparked things into motion as the newest bombshell with her sights set on Isaiah. The male islander almost abandoned Sydney for the new contestant but chose to remain devoted. Only after Casa Amor did he depart Sydney alone and reunite with the stunning Phoebe Segal. Needless to say, it didn't last, and Sydney eventually accepted him back after much of him proving himself. The runners-up from Love Island USA's 4th season talked to Screen Rant about their time in the villa and how they want to maintain their romance outside of it. Isaiah, you have stated that a power couple like Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner would be your perfect match. Have your relationship goals altered since being at the villa, or do you still feel like you found that in Sydney? Isaiah, I firmly believe that our objectives are similar, and she is an excellent fit for the role in my opinion. Since you both joined the show, you have both experienced a lot. Given all you've previously through in the villa, do you believe you have a better chance of surviving in the outside world? Sydney, 100%. We have been through so much, I was genuinely saying to all the females in the dressing room. We're only now prepared to leave. We seem to be impervious to threats. At this stage, when did you both understand that your bond was strong enough to be worth fighting for? Isaiah, for me, I believe it happened immediately following Casa. The day after we returned from Casa was the time. I made an effort to make up with Phoebe by explaining to her that while I apologized for my conduct and what had happened in Casa, it wasn't actually directed at her. In the end, I messed up the day after Casa, and I thought, yeah, I need to repair this set. Isaiah, you promised Sydney at the hideout that no one else would enter the villa and cause you to turn around. Najee showed up shortly after and drew your attention. Why did you make such a fast decision? Isaiah, I believe it was a combination of the Andy problem and the fact that I hadn't really been honest or taken any action. It's incredibly challenging to converse with someone while still creating anything. What was your relationship with Phoebe like at Casa Amor, and why do you think it ended so abruptly once you returned to the villa? Isaiah, I won't lie, I wasn't all that interested in it. 30% of the reason I invited her in was the link. I say that because after a few days, I recognized that the intimacy wasn't really there and that she was just a little bit too much for me. The main source of the pressure was simply the fact that she was completely closed off. When Phoebe first social media, there was an outpouring of love and support for you once Isaiah returned to the villa with Phoebe. Have you read any of the fan responses since leaving the villa? How did it feel to have so many people root for you during a difficult time? Sydney, I caught a glimpse of it, but it's absolutely insane. Just how warm is my heart? Sincerely, I'm shaken. The things I've seen have been incredibly heartening, and I've just scratched the surface. I'm just so grateful that people supported me during this time. I remember thinking, okay, I feel a little bit better when I first heard how much love there is. I feel as though the entire world has hugged me. What particular instance, or instances, do you feel Isaiah really demonstrated, giving you the assurance that you could get over all the drama? Sydney, I believe I've already said this to him, but I was thinking, what has he done to disprove himself? At this moment, his only option was to sweep the villa's floors. I genuinely believe that the dinner he prepared for me was the first time anyone ever did that for me, and I couldn't even handle it since it was so adorable. So most likely that. What was it like for Sydney to hear your mother directly explain the context of the tweet about natural beauty? Sydney, I was simply in awe because it was all finished and over with. For me, that was actually worse than Casa. Obviously, it improved my opinion of him because I kept asking him what it was, and he kept stating, I don't know, to which I replied, listen, until we learn what occurred, I simply have to give you the benefit of the doubt. And he was being forthright. Isaiah, once I realized it was merely a highly jumbled, reverse-stabbed tweet, I became quite angry. I rewatched the scene and concluded that he hadn't really compared them. Isaiah, I'm certain that everyone did. Everyone turned around and looked. Many people have expressed skepticism about how relationships will function in the real world. How do you intend to maintain the love you discovered in the villa now that you're returning to your regular lives? What do you believe makes a relationship last a lifetime? Sydney, I believe that the connection we share is quite genuine. Since I have an obsession with him, I believe it will be simple. I informed him that I needed some attention inside the villa, and he responded, I can manage that, no problem. Exactly 30 minutes ago, I said to him, you tell me when and where to fly, and I'll pull up. Isaiah, communication is certainly the key. Bring the villa vibes to the outside world as well. I believe the key lies in it. On September 1st at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Peacock, the 4th season reunion of Love Island USA will air.